Okay, so I had a leak in the basement. First, I thought it was the shower base leaking, which, on the floor it's got like a pan. And at first, I thought it was that. So I pulled some ceiling tiles out down on the basement, could see it coming down, and then I noticed when someone was taking a shower that it actually looked like it was coming from above the pan and dripping down the pan, so it looked like it was on the pan. But it wasn't. It was actually coming down the wall, which happens to be this wall. So I said, oh, maybe this is leaking up here. So I popped a hole in the other side. I'll show you in a second. And sure enough, this piece was leaking, which is this one. And this little cover goes in. So I went, and this head has a shut off. So I turned on the shower, shut that off. With the hole in the backside of this wall, I saw the water leaking. Came in, shut it off, release that to release the pressure, and then took this piece out. Kind of interesting. Wait till you see the leak, which you can't really see right now. But I thought it was just the tape around this, but it wasn't the tape. It was actually the threads, and I'll show you in a second. I cleaned out these threads. And actually you can see a little distortion there, and I can't quite get the light through, but I'll show you in a second with a flashlight. But basically those threads were separated. So I'm glad I didn't just retape it and throw it in, because it would have still leaked. And the way I check this, I'm going to show you in a second, because it's kind of neat too. So you can see the light coming through the threads, right? So I got this, just a flashlight here. But you can see the light coming through the threads. That was actually the leak. If I hadn't cleaned it with a wire brush, I wouldn't have noticed that those threads actually were separated, and that's where the leak was, not just Teflon tape. If I just Teflon taped and put it back on, I'm sure it would have leaked still. Or eventually leaked when that's separated even more, even if it did leak, even if it did seal at first. Okay. So this is the back side of that wall. That's where the shower comes in. You can actually see the new Teflon tape in there. That piece threads into this. It's attached here. And I cut this hole. And I cut it small at first. I just measured from the wall in the shower and inside and out, and got a smaller hole here locally. Found the hole. Knew that it was leaking there. Knew this was going to be under $20 to fix. So that was great. Very happy about that. And I also have these little covers that go on these, that go in these openings, and they're awesome. This is in kind of a closet, right? So it's not like this is the wall inside the bathroom. You don't really see this. It's in a closet, basically. So I'll show you how I cover this without doing any mud and tape, and I can access it at any time to take a peek at that and know that it's still fine. So I'll show you that. So this is an old cover from the basement, but they're awesome. So this kind of goes against, you'll see in a second, but this goes in the hole. This is spring loaded, and it slides back and forth. I'm only doing a little bit because I'm not strong enough, I guess, but basically you put this in the wall, you slide this in, these go inside, and the spring loading locks that in place and stays in place, and you just slide it open and take them out. These things are absolutely fantastic. They're super cheap, they're very reliable, and you can paint them. This one's been in the basement, like I said. It's kind of crappy, but when I paint inside the closet next time, or I might just get a new one and paint it, and you can just leave them white. They come in white. But basically you're going to take this and you're going to push that one inside. Let's see if you can see that. Sorry, I can't really do this without two hands, but you just push this to the one side. Oops, too much. Push it to one side. Get the holes in place. And that's it. I don't think I caught that, but I'll show you taking it out. So you just push it. I'm pushing it to the right, pushing it that way. Push it to the right. That spring is basically unloading, pops right out. And again, let's get that roughly in the middle. push that to the right, pop it in, let it come out, and that's it. And again, a nice clean one would look much better. Successful fix for under 20 bucks. That usually doesn't happen. It's probably the first time I've gone to Lowe's or Home Depot and got out of it for under $20. And I was like, oh God, what's going on here? It's just going to drive me crazy. But so that's it. We're back to having a shower again. So I'm very happy. I'm sure the wife will be happy when she gets home and finds out I fixed it. That's it. Thanks again. Till next time. I almost forgot. When this wasn't on, this is, with all the shower crap and everything. But when this isn't on, so this puts a lot of weight on this. And that's not going to help the threads. It did break on the top of the threads, which is not surprising because this thing's pulling down. So without this on here and this little cap, which just slides on, with this slid back, there's an opening in this here. And what I did was I found a nice little plastic spacer that I shoved in there around between the walls and this pipe. And now this thing is solid as a rock because it's supported right here, right underneath this, not down inside, or it is by the pipe. So you're stressing, if this can move up and down, or sideways for that matter, but mostly up and down, if this can move up and down with people cranking on this thing or putting too much weight in that thing or holding on to it, you're bending the top of that. So by supporting it here, this thing is now, you could probably hang on this thing the way I supported it. So I found this nice little plastic ring that I went around this and I shoved it in till it was tight, like really tight. Like I had to tap it in with a little hammer to get it in there, but now it's super tight and it won't be cranking on the threads in this pipe. So that should never happen again. And just thought I'd add that little bit. Make sure it's supported inside.